But I need y'all one more time. Clap it up for these DJs. I'm so we're gonna bring up Ross right now, man. Thank you, DJs. Yeah, go ahead. Ooh, that's my shit. My motherfucking breath.
See, fame is when people know you.
Alright, thank you, man.
Notoriety is when people know your work. And notoriety
You good?
leaves a legacy. When they talk about us, when they talk about Big Ray, when they talk about Lisa, when they talk about
Alright, we go.
running DJ, the original record breaker. We are the motherfucking trendsetter. Nigga, we running this shit.
Lately I've been chasing paper, chasing guap.
If you over here, come on, let's make sure everybody gets up and takes a seat.
Lately I've been feeling like
Everybody gets in the hallway there. Yeah. Now remember, after Ross speaks, then we're gonna announce the top 10 in the championship, and then on Monday, tomorrow, we will announce the first place winner on the vote. And tonight, we have Sunday Fun Day in Wynwood, at Brick Wynwood. Make sure you're there. Everybody got a wristband. Make sure you take your wristband with you. We're gonna rock out with DJ Effect. Everybody, make sure you're there at 10:30 for the yacht party tomorrow. Hyatt Regency Miami, look it up right now on your phone. It's on Southeast 2nd Street. Chill. Check.
Relocated, got a bigger balance on the water. Pull up to the club, I toss valet a couple hundred. Women in the bunnies got a fucking by appointment. Pray that bundle come from Haiti, I'ma give you what you wanted. I fucked in the park, now we fucking on the jet. You fucking with my squad, I'ma put that shit to rest. Study all these niggas, cause this life is just a test. I need my 100 million, you can't tell me nothing less. They gave my nigga T and lawyers said he did his best. These streets ain't where you wanna be, and Rose told you that. The only natural talent niggas that was being violent. If a nigga take my life, I pray he be smiling. Boss.
lately I've been chasing paper,
Shit.
chasing guap. Lately I've been feeling like fuck a hater, fuck a cop.
Alright, so you can go ahead and cut it. Alright, y'all happy to be in Miami right now seeing Rick Ross? Shout out to Lexi here. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and bring him up. Doesn't really need an introduction, but obviously multi-platinum artist, entrepreneur, now author as well. Make some noise for Rick Ross. Yeah. Cool. All right. Make some noise, man.
These niggas can't hold me back. These niggas.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah. Where everybody from? Where y'all from? I need to know where y'all from.
Go ahead and take a seat, sir. All right. You want to ask him again where y'all from? All right. Let's get into this, man. Thanks for being here, man. We appreciate
It's
it.
all good, baby. I'm happy to be here.
All right, so, most of the people in here are independent artists, producers, DJs, things like that. So I want to talk a little bit about, your story, how you came up, how you got on, so that we can hear some real life examples of what's going on. How did you first get into music, period?
Well, just really being a fan, you know what I'm saying? My shit just started with the love, you know what I'm saying? Remember, you know, seeing that LL Cool J poster for the first time. Nigga had on that troop sweatsuit. Nigga had on that red Kangol, you know what I'm saying? Them rope chains, you know what I'm saying? And then the motherfucker was making incredible music. I'm talking about it, and you know, the beautiful thing about it for me was just to see young hustlers, man, that was creating some shit that was going around the world. You know what I'm saying? So regardless, if you heard music, you heard that shit coming from LA, from what Luke was doing in Miami, New York City, and just to see niggas in different countries that they couldn't even speak English, but they would rap the songs. I was like, yo, this shit legendary.
And so at what point, or what made you actually start making the music? At what point did you start actually making music?
Well, you know, I was actually in elementary school when one of my homies, big brother, was a DJ. So he was the one that, man, we need to do a rap group. I'm like, nigga, you crazy. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, they started bringing the instrumentals around. So by the time I got to 6th, 7th grade, you know, coming into high school, I was writing records at that time. You know, nobody would hear them, of course not. That was just some bedroom shit, but I had already began.
Right. So, you know, this is a conference, right? All kinds of DJs. I know you saw Bigger and them back there.
Legends.
You right. And, you know, I remember going to these different conferences. You always had a presence there. I know I seen pictures back in the day of you were DJs and core and all that. How important is it for independent artists coming to events like these?
I just feel like, you know, depending on how serious you take your dreams, you know, your ambitions, I was one of the individuals that wanted to be a part of everything. If that shit was going down and I could be a part of it, I would do it. Just like if I was an upcoming artist, every platform they created, I would create a page for that shit. I wouldn't give a damn, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never even been on TikTok, but I'm just telling you, if I was an upcoming artist, I would have had TikTok, MySpace, anything, got anything, because you don't ever know where that jug gonna come from. And it really only take that one opportunity, that one and shit, they gonna bow down, that's real talk. And I always use that term.
Say it again, bro.
You better believe it. Yeah, they gonna kneel.
But to go, speaking of events like this, so I remember it was a while ago, I went to my first core DJ retreat, right? And I seen these vans and these signs and all this commotion happening, pulling up. And everybody, what's that? It's Rick Ross, right? All the promo for the album and all that. And we had Lex speak earlier, obviously a big part of your promotion. Like you said, you'll make online pages and stuff like that, but how important is it for you even still to have that promotion in the streets?
That's why I'm here now. I'm here now talking to the next, because there's some millionaires and future millionaires right now. And I'm gonna tell you, and this is where you create that bond. To me, the wise, the advanced hustlers in the room, this is when you try to accumulate as many contacts, phone numbers, where you from. When I come to your city, I'ma holler at you. When you come to my city, holler at me. When we whoop, whoop, whoop. And that's the network we created years and years of after running into motherfuckers. And then, right, this when we ain't have shit. Then, when we started getting money, them same motherfuckers, the same ones gonna be in them offices, in them back rooms. Hey man, I remember you from that. That was 15 years ago. Yeah, woo, 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 woo. That's how that shit go. So right now, to me, who gonna separate themselves from just everybody else that's kicking it? You gotta really goddamn, hey, this the play. This what I do. You need this, I got you. It ain't even about no money. I just want to show you how this shit go on my side.
I know that. So
Check. So obviously, you know, the street promo, the meet work, the networking, you know, and all that kind of stuff. You know, how important is the rest of your team, right? You obviously, the key is to have a great team around you, from management to all that kind of stuff.
for these guys coming up, how did you select your team? How important is that to you?
Well, just to me, the most important thing is you being the leader. Whoever the leader of the team is, you gonna play the most important role, the most significant role, because we all know everybody not gonna join the team is meant to take that ride. You understand? Everybody not gonna be at it. Some motherfuckers gonna come, get down a little while, leave, come back, and don't take none of that personal. But everybody not gonna be there the whole goddamn way. So what you gotta do as a leader is prepare and present that same hustle on the table for whoever do join the team. And as a leader, you try your best once you in position to offer those reward incentives to, keep a motherfucker loyalty. This what you do. You understand? But I understand when you chasing your dreams, a lot of times you're not even gonna be in position to really give a motherfucker what you feel they deserve, but you gotta explain that to them.
And now, obviously a lot of major artists pop up with labels, right? They have their little labels once they get on, make my own label, sign some artists. You're one of the few that actually blew up a few artists, right? I mean, Out of Control, Wale, Meek Mill, these guys. How did you find these guys? What made you believe in Meek Mill and Wale and these guys on MMG?
Well, once again, being in the streets, moving around, you get to see what you see. I know what I see. I know what I like the most. You know what I mean? Me being an artist as well as a boss, it's one thing for you to have talent, but even to me, what's more valuable than that is your ambition. Because you could be a smart, lazy motherfucker. What good is that gonna do me? If you not gonna use your wisdom. If you talented, but you a lazy motherfucker, what good is that gonna do the team? You feel me? So you gotta make sure you bringing something to the team. So as I was on the road, I saw, damn, why homie ain't working? Damn, he got talent. Why this? Why that? Why that? Why this? I'm one of them type of individuals. And so I said when I did decide for the artists I wanted to sign, first and foremost, they had to be real go-getters. They had to get up, hey, yo, homie, you gotta be willing to jump on a flight by yourself and fly the goddamn and go shut some shit down and turn up, you gotta be one of them. Because if you one of those type of artists, no, I need my man that's gonna hold my bag and then my laptop and then man, fuck all that shit. I don't want to hear none of that shit. You just better be like, nigga, let's do it. Give me my ticket. I don't give a fuck if I'm in, I call Coach Coachella. I don't give a fuck if I'm in Coachella, pent in the middle seat, nigga. Just send me to go get it. I'm gonna go get it.
So, obviously you signed some amazing artists. Have you signed anyone recently that you're working with?
I got a few youngsters that's on the team that we working with, and hopefully this summer we gonna kick the door in a major way. But it's like I gotta be excited at this point. I remember at one time when I was just doing my thing, of course, making my music. That's the shit that drove me to want to be a CEO. You understand? But now, the position I'm in, the artist gotta inspire me. I'm not just looking to sign nobody just to show them, nah, MMG known around the world. Fuck that. It gotta be something that's gonna really touch the world.
Now, aside from MMG and those young dudes, who are some of the other artists out right now, the young guys that you're feeling?
Shit, it's a lot of dope shit going on right now. It's a lot of motherfuckers running around. And just being on the platforms, because y'all see me on IG and all that shit every day, it's easier to keep up with what's happening. You understand? So you see what's popping, you see what's going on, you see where Dirk at, you see where Baby at, you see where the little homie at, you see, and I keep up in touch. So, it's a lot of hot shit going on.
All right. I want to jump back right now to when you were on the come up, right? And when you first got a deal, right? You got a major deal. What did that feel like, and how was it actually in reality, right? It's our dream, right? Most of the people out here. What was it really like?
Man, that shit was unbelievable. You got to realize Rose for 15 years, I was writing music for others. Because the type of music I was making in Miami at the time, every meeting I sat down in, they wanted to hear the Twerkulator records and shit like that. And I was like, Rose, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? They thought I was gonna have the single, put your hands on your knees, bend it over, girl, please. I said, I don't got that type of records there. I'm talking about getting some money. I'm on some bar shit, you know what I'm saying? So for a long time, the slow, lyrical shit I was doing, motherfuckers really thought would never work. So I was writing raps for other people and watching other motherfuckers do their thing, but I was just like, you know, I'm gonna be patient and shit. So once the situation came and I made my first hit record, Every Damn Hustling, that dropped January 06. The bidding wars began in February 06. I told them, don't even call me unless it was 7 figures.
So after you sign, obviously you catch a record, you get a deal, obviously career trajectory way up. What were you learning along the way as an artist? We'll talk about business later, but as an artist, what have you learned along the way?
Really, you just, you know, it's different things you absorb. I look at the ups and the downs, you know, it's a lot of dudes you see get money, it's a lot of dudes you see have big records, but a lot of times you don't see the connection, like, you know, where did the money go? Why niggas ain't living right? What's happening? That's what I'm trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the back of my mind, I know I want a lot of acres. I want big tractors. I want cows with big horns and them shits coming out their head like I don't even know what they call. I just know I want them. You know what I'm saying? I want, you say calves?
No, steers.
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 Steers. I promise you just taught me that. Steers. I want steers. Yeah. And so it was just, you know, in the back of my mind, I knew I just wanted to enjoy, of course, living my dreams, but also I gotta capitalize on this. I don't wanna, you know, I see other artists that's, you know, I still looked up to and this shit ain't right. I ain't gonna be taken advantage of like that. We gotta make sure we really put our head on this shit. So that's what it was.
Right. So your career took off. Obviously, it's at an incredible place right now. But at this point, it's more of the transition, right? You were transitioning into an entrepreneur, into a business person, and like you said, you want way more, right?
Steers.
So at what point was it that you said, I really, am gonna shift to also being an entrepreneur?
I'm gonna be honest, that was always in the back of my mind. But, you know, people don't really see the plays that you putting together until they become successful. So for years, you know, all the things that we've been representing, Bel Air France, Luke Bel Air, this over a decade that we've been, you know, repping the brands, pushing this, pushing that. You know what I'm saying? Better believe it, all that. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like everything has came to a point where you can see some of the work that's being put in. You know what I'm saying? One time for the book we just released, Perfect Day to Boss Up, it's a bestseller. Nobody could have told Rose you would also be an author, homie. You know what I mean? So it's just, you gotta really take time out and appraise yourself. You know what I'm saying? And whatever you see now, you gotta multiply that times 1,000 because that's when you beginning to really see your potential. And shit, all you gotta do now is go get it.
Right. So the transition from just art, I mean, you've been a businessman the whole time, but more into entrepreneurship that has nothing to do with music, right? What's different, right? How did it change from the music business? What's different about the music business and this other corporate stuff?
The difference is the music is driven a majority of the time by the love and the passion. You can overlook a lot of shit just to get in front of that stage, just to get on the stage and get in front of them lights, you understand? But when it come to that business, which at all times it come down to the numbers, black and white, are we winning? Are we getting paper? You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. That's just like me purchasing my first Wingstop franchise. Yeah. When I got my first one, I really wasn't sure what I was doing. I just knew I love lemon pepper wings from Wingstop. And I was just like, yo, this shit'll be so fly, you know what I'm saying? I pull up in a Ferrari with a bad one, you know what I'm talking about?
What's on the lemon pepper wing?
I walk in the Wingstop and
This mine.
you know what I need? Yeah, like that. This mine, you know what I'm saying? You know what's up, you know what I need? Yeah, lemonade today though, lemonade. And that really was the whole goal, on some cool shit. And next thing you know, I'm like, damn, that motherfucker been open a year. Damn, you know, I'm gonna get another one. Fuck it, let's get another one.
And how many do you have now?
Shit, I don't even know. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Once I accumulated 25, I said it wasn't gonna just be about the number anymore. You know what I'm saying? I just wanna salute the team for, you know, cause I couldn't do it without my team. Of course, my mother, my sister, and the whole staff, you know what I mean? So it's more about them than the actual number, so that's what that is.
Okay. And we have Bel Air, obviously. We have the Wingstop situation. We have the book. What else and what other business ventures are going on?
One time for Rap Plugs. Those also our online partners. Drink CTRL, you know what I mean? Of course, Checkers. You know, I had to go back and buy my Checkers. Me and my football team used to always eat that, you know what I'm saying? What you mean? Who don't know about them orange french fries?
Yeah, they ain't everywhere. They're not
You feel me?
Oh, there you go. They need the Wingstop. They need it. So, all right. So let's obviously a lot of business coming up, a lot of things, but the album. Right now it's album mode. Tell us a little bit about the new album.
Man, this new album, this will be my 11th one, December 10th. It's gonna hit the streets. And you know, the title, Richer Than I Ever Been. It ain't no secret, we getting to the money for real. Yeah. But also the music. It's the richest the music ever felt. You know what I'm saying? From track one all the way through. We just released a record last week, Outlaws, featuring Jasmine Sullivan and 21 Savage. And I just wanted to make sure that first release, the way Jasmine vocals sounded, it was just, you know, real opulence. You know what I mean? And so that's what I wanted to get the streets first, but we finna drop something else next week. So just expect that uncut, pure rosé, that ice.
Right. I think one of the things you're most known for in music is your production selection, right? You're very known for having the best production on the album. Why do you think that is? Do you attribute that to A&Rs around you or your people or your team, or is this something you think that is really you selecting the right beats?
It comes down to really my taste, and I believe just my history of being a real fan of music, regardless of where you from. It don't matter. I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna give it a chance if I can catch it. You know, whatever it is, that's what I give it to. I also gotta give it up to my partner, Sam Sneak. You know what I'm saying? My ZB.
So, you know, because there's so many artists in here, I think one of the greatest things you do is not only bring the production and the feeling, but let it breathe, right? Something that you do is not so up front, right? You give it some air to breathe, and I think a lot of artists really don't do that nowadays and try to take over the production, but it seems that you really complement the production more than most.
I appreciate you saying that, because I think another way when I'm thinking about it is, it's one thing to make records for the club, and it's a different thing when it's a vibe type shit you can ride to, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, and I believe my body of work, that's what I try to cater it to. That shit you can just sit back and let it do what it do.
Right. So with the music side of things, do you have a favorite artist that you've worked with, or somebody? Who was the artist that you always dreamed of working with that now you worked with? You pretty much work with everybody that you would want to, I would assume.
Yeah. I done, maybe Sade is most definitely one on my list that I pray I get the opportunity to meet and collaborate with one day. But, other than that, man, Wiz, that's the homie. But
what about Hov? Was that a big deal the first time meeting Hov?
Jay-Z, that's who gave me my first 7-figure check. That's the homie. Yeah, so we've done multiple collaborations. You know what I'm saying? That was that very first Maybach Music, and so on and so forth. We got a lot of joints together, but that was most definitely a special motherfucking moment. You know what I'm saying?
So the new album's coming out. Can you drop us a little gem of some people that you got on
it? Most definitely. You heard that? Yeah, Florida on that thing. Major 9, Miami's own. Major 9, that's a collaboration. Yeah, better believe it. And I just made sure everything was cohesive with the concept Richard and Albert been. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to bring some new vibes to the table, but I ain't go too far from what Rose do.
And I think you're so synonymous with Miami, right? Miami is Rick Ross. Rick Ross is Miami. How important is it for you to be here, to keep this? I know you're in Atlanta now, but how important is this city to you?
Shit, it's the #1 city in the world. Don't nothing come before 305, baby. Nothing.
So, you have the book out, right? What inspired you to really write a book?
Well, I released my first one maybe 2 years ago, Hurricanes. That did real well. And the book we just released, Perfect Day to Boss Up, really, I just put that together because the pandemic came in, boom, woke up, everything was on pause. We sitting at the crib. I just told the homie, come to the house, write down everything, all the shit I'm talking in the morning, be up at 6:30. That's what I had him do. Just listen to me talk shit all day. Then he put that motherfucker together, and here we are.
So was that a process that you really enjoyed?
Yeah, without a doubt. You know what I'm saying? Just being great at anything, it's not gonna be easy. You gotta expect those challenges, and I expect them. I anticipate them. If you anticipate a perfect month and a perfect year, it's not being realistic. It's gonna be some whole shit. So be ready, and we on deck. We ready. We gonna handle it. We gonna keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, real talk.
So the last panel we just had was the DJ panel, right? How important has the DJ been in your career, your relationship with DJs?
Well, you as an artist, period. That go for any artist. There is no artist if there is no DJ. That's who spread the word. You ain't gonna make it. And as an artist, that's gonna be the most valuable bond you create, other than directly with your fan, is with the DJ. Because that one DJ could make that one record do one special thing. Believe that.
So, a lot of the people in the room are upcoming artists, and obviously, you work with a lot of producers, right? And a lot of artists now, they're buying beats on, you know, whatever BeatStars are getting them from YouTube and stuff. How important do you feel it is to actually work with a producer in the studio, or have producers actually work with artists and come up with the artists?
I mean, that's most definitely a luxury to have. But if y'all doing it over the computer, ain't nothing wrong with that. Y'all can make history over the phone, over the computer, however it's going, whatever the fuck going on. But most definitely getting in the room just to try to express what you feeling is most definitely a luxury that shit I wish every artist get to have.
That's what this feels
Right.
right here.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about, steers.
Steers. So, alright. So, you know, a lot of, you know, Coast to Coast live showcases, that's what we do. A lot of artists, they'll blow up and their live show obviously is not keeping up. How important was it for you, and how did you work on your live show to where you're really a performer?
You know, that's gonna come with experience. You feel me? Because as an artist right now, if you create a song next week and you get an opportunity to go perform it, fuck it, go perform it. If you nervous, whatever the fuck it is, you gonna get over that shit, because you gonna wake up one day and say, enough of the whole shit. I ain't feeling that fake, man. I'm finna go in this motherfucking, man, watch this. I'm finna look at all the motherfuckers in the eyes. I'm looking at them motherfuckers. You feel me? You gonna wake up one day and say, I ain't making no more excuses for myself. Fuck that shit. And yeah, steers. You gonna get you the steers.
Shit gonna be trending by the time we get out of here.
That's your fault too.
So let's talk a little bit, you know, about the journey, right? You got signed, you know, you're popping. How do you stay so consistent? 11th album, all of them are successful, all of them are, you know, critically acclaimed. How do you keep that up?
Well, really, you know, once again, that go back to, you know, I gotta hold myself accountable for what I release. You understand? And once again, me being a fan of music the way I am, I can't do no garbage shit. So I'm not. You know what I'm saying? One of the reasons I feel, you know, I've been held for the sound and the production, that I listen to so many beats, so much music. You know what I'm saying? And I spend my time with it because I want to do some shit that once again gonna go to different countries where they don't even speak, you know what I'm saying, my language. And so that's what it is. You know, I may have took close to 2 years putting this project together, but shit, man, it's worth it. It's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Putting timeless music out, and that's what makes it timeless.
I ain't heard no bullshit from you yet.
So look, obviously, like you said, known for the production.
Right.
Who are some of the producers that you like working with the most?
Oh man, you know, I'm one of them dudes that once again, I done gave a lot of young producers the opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Lex Luger, who produced BMF, Runners, who did Every Damn Hustler. You know, I worked my way up to collaborating with Dr. Dre's and all that, but for me to get in the room with me, you don't have to have a big name as a producer. All you gotta have is some creative, original shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'ma fuck with you. You know, on this album, it wasn't even about, hey, send me beats from this one. Of course, I got beats from Timbaland and everybody else, but that's not how I want you to play them. Put them together and just play them. I don't give a fuck who made them. And whatever grab my ear, that's who I'm gonna rock with.
So what's it like? What's a studio session with Rick Ross like? What's your vibe in the studio? Are you working with the producer in the room? How does a session typically work for you?
Majority of the time, I'm usually by myself. Me, Sam Sneak, the engineer, you know, one of the homies, you know, somebody, you know, we got the best weed, you know what I'm saying? The snacks, A1, you know what I'm saying?
Wingstop?
Yeah, rap snacks, without a doubt, the Bella. And that's really what the session like, because it's gonna be a lot of quiet time. I'm just gonna be thinking about some shit, you know, put the verses together, knock this shit out. You know, it don't take real long. But I want the actual, the concept and the idea, whatever it is, to just, I need that to be natural. I need that shit to be special.
How many you do a day?
Comfortably, like I could do 2 or 3 records a day, you know, and still go.
2 or 3 what?
Yeah. And still go out and do other shit during the day, you know.
Do you write lyrics down, or you?
Yeah, all right.
So, just in general, what advice would you have for the up-and-coming artists here? We touched on a couple of things, but just general advice, what would you say to the up-and-coming artists?
You gotta make sure you outworking everybody you know. That should be one of the most common compliments you get. God damn, you don't stop, boy. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, shit, you ain't fooling nobody. If you bullshitting and you come in the room and you don't halfway believe that shit you talking about, Rose gonna see straight through your ass. So it's just like getting on the stage, getting under the light. That's how you gotta look at it. And you gotta be like, yo, I believe in this shit. I'm gonna look everybody in the eye. And when I say this shit, I'm gonna make sure they see how much I enjoy it. That's gonna make them feel it. Cause that's what really make me feel something. Cause really, it could be a whack ass song. It could be a motherfucker can't dress. And that motherfucker come out there. I'll be like, boy, back that shit up. Dog felt that shit. I feel dog. Go back, play dog shit, man. Shit, that's how I go.
That's all I need right now. 5 minutes. Shit, I got you.
So, you know, you're here really speaking to the people in the independent artists and all that kind of good stuff. You know, how important is it for you to keep in touch with the fans and personally reach out to people?
Well, shit, that's what the social media for. You know what I'm saying? You use the platforms to really show love and, you know, for the genuine ones that really, you know, want love. You know, because there's so much fluff and bullshit that's online. If you a motherfucker who trying to get 1 billion, you looking through all that shit. You know, it's the girls everywhere you look, motherfuckers got the same pose. You know what I'm talking about? I call it the flamingo. You know when they turn their leg and do the shit like that? I was like, damn, them hoes doing the flamingo. So it's like, so if you really on social media and you really networking, you really trying to look for the real hustlers and the ones who really investing in themselves and the ones who really making plays, because that's what I'm really up in the morning looking for. You know what I'm saying? You gonna see some shit, I laugh at that shit too, and then you keep going, let's get to the business, you know what I mean?
Always been like that though. You always been like that. You always been the same. Your ambition's been through the roof since day one, boy. You're telling the truth now.
It's real shit.
On this motherfucking stage.
All right, Tony.
That's real shit. I've been knowing Tony Neal, I mean, this years. You know, these motherfuckers, you know, that's really been hands-on with artists. I'm talking about before you get on, before you blow, before you, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's real language. I fuck with Tony Neal. All my bigger ranking, Tony Neal, Sam Sneak, all my niggas I just seen backstage is real language. This shit, day one shit for real.
Right. All right, so, you know, obviously a lot of people in here's goal is to, you know, make it as a rapper. You've already done so. You've transitioned it into the business. What's your goal with it? How far are you trying to take the business?
I don't got no ceiling on it. Ain't no ceiling. Ain't no ceiling. I'm always looking to be inspired. You know what I'm saying?
Staring at the water.
It's always inspiration, but you just gotta make sure they want that shit more than you do. Your coach can't want you to be better than you want to be. You understand what I'm saying? And so if I'm a motherfucker who I got drunk last night till shit. No, that might have been early,
That was
Lex.
this morning.
At least seven, you know. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And shit, I laid down a couple hours, got back up. We got businesses to run. We got 20 plus partnerships. We got beautiful kids. We got family. I got a beautiful mama that look forward to seeing my texts and shit. So guess what? I'm already back up hustling.
Period.
So if you in the bed and I'm hustling harder than you, how the fuck can you inspire me?
Exactly.
So I'm just telling you, it's a difference when you sit next to somebody that want 100,000 and somebody that want $1 billion. Steers.
We're gonna start charging him for saying.
That's it. All right, man. So, last thing, last couple things, really. Yeah. So the book is out, right? And you already had a book, but how do you think writing a book is? Check. How do you think writing a book has changed the perception of you?
The perception of who?
Of you.
I hope they just saying that nigga Rose getting to the money, man.
Right.
Steers. But all I'm letting you know though is it's time to most definitely let's record all your great thoughts. When y'all sitting around the house cracking the best jokes, doing this, talking about this, let's start to record some of this shit down. Let's put this shit down because you never know when this shit gonna come to life. Nobody could have ever said we gonna be authors. Nobody could ever. Now, I got a whole movie in my head now, so that's gonna be the next play. We finna do a movie. You know what I'm saying? And all it is, and the scenes are really just shit. That's it. Shit we done seen, discussed growing up, shit we done, that's the whole play. So it's just, that's what I mean by you gotta understand the value that you pertain. You know some of the shit you done heard and seen and some shit that should be humongous. You know, me growing up seeing some of the shit I done seen, hearing some, man, I'm finna put this shit in the movie. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Any last things you want to leave the people with?
Collins Ave.
Collins Ave, most definitely, smoke one. You know, I just want y'all to understand, like I say, man, understand your destination, know where you want to go, and just figure out how we gonna do it. It's gonna take some time, and the answers gonna unfold as you continue to work. You ain't gonna have all the answers right now. You ain't supposed to. What you say? Ain't nothing wrong with having a business plan. Now we just gotta get to the business. Okay, for example, what's the business plan? I'm telling you, tell me right now.
My business plan. Well, I have an opportunity to do a television show called ATL in 60 Seconds, and I want to include Wingstop in it. I'm in Atlanta, 1. 2, I have cryptocurrency champagne that's coming out. Okay. I have a song called Champagne and Chicken Wings. I want to include Wingstop with 4. I have a extensions, and it's exclusive Amazon extensions, not offered to no guys down in Colombia, Brazil, that I want to get to all my sisters instead of worrying her to sacrifice to God. And on top of all that, I invented the baby hair brush. Let's go.
You might want you a steer.
Rebel. And I came down here by myself.
But look, come bring me that up here now. Come up here. Let me up, let me up. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Just come on up here. Guys, I'm up here. My baby got a motherfucking plan. Look at that. She got the baby hair LLC. Y'all make some noise for this entrepreneur right here. This thing right here. I just want you to introduce yourself to the room now and let them know how to get in touch with you. And just touch that up one more time. Just give me that breakdown just one more time. Because that was some boss sounding shit and I'm finna give you the mic.
What's up, everybody? I'm Genesis Omega from St. Louis, Missouri. I host a show in Atlanta called ATL in 60 Seconds. It's a full review show. And prayerfully, we're going to have Brother Ross on there talking about his restaurant. Yes, sir. I invented the 2-in-1 baby hairbrush, which is in there. And it's like this. This my pitch, y'all. So if you at the airport, right, and your boo want you to send a selfie, right, what you gonna take? You gonna use the regular brush or the brush with the gel in it? It's already there. Let's go. Yes. That's my company. Yes. My name on the side. The gel is in the brush. Let's go.
Let's go.
So if you woke up early and was going through the airport and your man said, baby, send me a few photos.
She gonna lay them baby hairs down.
Get them edges laid. Y'all see my edges laid. Them edges laid.
Y'all make some noise for that.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ross. Come here.
Hey, your Instagram, let them know where to find you at.
Oh, my IG is Genesis Omega. That's JENNICES OMEGA. Genesis Omega at gmail.com. All the social media platforms. I got a single called Je ne sais quoi along with champagne and chicken wings. I'm trying to hook up with Wingstop in Bel Air, okay, to sponsor me, and we gonna make some magic happen, right? Courtesy of Rose, champagne and chicken wings. Let's do it. Y'all see that, Bel Air? Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Ross.
Thank you, baby. Once again, make some noise for it. And see, to me, that's what this shit all about. It's all about networking because you never know where that next play gonna come from. And always remember, it only take one play, boom, and them bitches gonna bow down. Steal. One time for Tony Mill, man. You already know Big Rank and all the legends.